On this video, you're going to learn about elapsed time when you have the end time, the elapsed time, or the amount of time that has passed, and you're trying to figure out the start time. So we're going to use our blank clock here again as a good visual aid, and we're going to review this concept that we've talked about in the last two videos, that when you go ahead or back a full hour, the minutes don't change. In the last two videos, I've shown you how if you go ahead, how the hour changes, but the minutes don't. So I want to show you that example when we go backwards. Generally, when you work on a clock, clocks never run backwards. They always go this way. That's what's called clockwise. They never run this way, which is called counterclockwise. So you'll never see a clock actually its hands spinning that way if it's in good order. But today, whenever we have the end time and the amount of time that's passed, we might actually go counterclockwise, this way, counterclockwise, whenever we're doing our math problems. And that is unusual. But let's go back to this example. So when you go back a set number of hours and no minutes, the minutes are never going to change. So if we start at 4 o'clock and we go back 5 hours, so we're here, we're going to go back 5 jumps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to be at 11 o'clock. So the hour changed, but the minutes did not change. If we are at 3:15 and we're going to go back a complete 2 hours, we would be at 3:15 here, and we would go back 2 jumps, 1, 2, so we would be at 1:15, and the minutes would not change. So 3:15 to 1:15. So I just want you to realize that, because that's helpful whenever we are doing elapsed time. So if we are at 7:15 and we go back 2 hours, I'm going to put my cursor there and I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to go back 2 hours from 7:15. So 2 hops, 1, 2. So I'm going to be at 5:15 because I went back complete 2 hours. I do not have to change the minutes. They're going to stay at 15. And we were at 7:15 in the evening. 2 hours before that would have been 5:15 p.m., which is also evening time or late afternoon time. If it is 3:30 p.m. and 5 hours ago we were eating lunch with our friends, then what time was that? So I'm going to put my cursor there and say I'm at 3:30, and I'm going to go back 5 hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I was eating a very early lunch at 10:30 with my friends because I went back a complete 5 hours. So from 3:30 backwards, 5 hours would be 10:30. Now, notice when we went back to 10:30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we crossed over this 12 o'clock hour. So we went backwards from PM back into AM time. So you got to remember to put that in. Now, if we're at 5 a.m. and 2 hours and 15 minutes ago, we were sound asleep in our beds, what time was that? So I'm going to say I'm here at 5 a.m. I'm going to go back 2 complete hours or 2 hops, 1, 2. That would get me at 3 a.m. And I'm taking notes here, so I'm going to put that down. So I'm at 3 a.m. and now I want to go back 15 minutes. So if I was at 3 a.m., the minute hand would be there, and I'm going to go back 15 minutes. So this is when we can go counterclockwise. If we were at 3 a.m., The minute hand would be there, and we're going to go back 15 minutes. 5, 10, 15. So our minute hand would be right here, and this is 45 minutes. So it's 15 minutes earlier than 3 o'clock. So it's going to be 2:45 a.m. Let's try that again. This time we're at 10:30 p.m. So our hour hand would be here. Our minute hand would be here for 10:30. We're going to go back 4 hours and 15 minutes. We're going to start with the 4 hours. So at 10:30, I'm going to go back 4 hops from the 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would get me at 6:30. A straight 4 hours would be at 6:30. I write it down because sometimes I can't remember. So now I'm at 6:30, and now I want to go 15 minutes earlier than 6:30. So for 6:30, the minute hand would be here on the 6 for the 30 part of 6:30, and I want to go 15 minutes earlier. So 5, 10, 15. That would put me at 6:15, and that's still going to be p.m. I was at 10:30 at night, backed up to 6:15 in the evening. So let's try this one. 10:50. 10:50 p.m. is 10:50 at night. We're going to go back 3 hours and 30 minutes. So I'm going to start with the 3 hours part. So if I'm at 10:50, my hour hand would be here. I'm going to go back 3 hops. 1, 2, 3. That would put me at 7:50. 7:50, and now I want to go back 30 minutes earlier than 7:50. Well, my minute hand, if it was 50, would be right here at the 10, because that's 50 minutes past 10, and now I want to go 30 minutes earlier. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So now it would be 7:20 instead of 7:50, and that's still going to be in the evening from 7:20 in the evening to 10:50 at night. That's 3 hours and 30 minutes. So what if we are at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and 1 hour and 15 minutes ago we just got to soccer practice? So we want to go back 1 hour and 15 minutes. So we were at 2 o'clock. We're going to go back 1 hop. That puts me at 1 o'clock. And I'm going to write that down because that helps me. 1 o'clock. Now I want to go 15 minutes earlier than 1 o'clock. So if I'm at 0 o'clock, I'm right here, and I want to go 5, 10, 15. Now I want to be sure that I change so we know this is going to be 45, but not 1:45. We are now at 12:45 because we're earlier than that. And since we went into the 12 o'clock hour, no, I'm wrong. We're still past the 12 o'clock hour, so p.m. Sorry about that. All right, now we're at 12:45 a.m. We're going to go back 6 hours and 10 minutes. So if we are at 12:45, my hour hand is going to be pointing right here, and we're going to go backwards. We're going to go earlier 6 hours. So 6 hops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that puts us at 6:45. So I'm going to write down 6:45. And now I want to go 10 minutes earlier than 6:45. Well, this is where the 45 is. So I want to go 10 minutes earlier. 5, 10. So that's 35. So 6:35. And we're still going to be we're going to be at p.m. because we went past that. So from 6:30 in the evening till 12:45 in the morning. All right. So on this third worksheet that you're going to do, you are going to have problems like this, but you are also going to have problems like the two previous videos that we have done. You can do all of these things. What you need to remember is you have to shift gears in your mind. So you have to look at your little chart and ask yourself, what exactly are they asking for? And how do I have to shift gears? Do I have to go ahead? Do I have to go back? Am I trying to figure out how much time has passed? So use the chart, think about the videos, rewatch them if you need to, and work slowly and one step at a time.